Hi, this is Comet Troy coming to you from Harmony Ridge RV Park. I'm on site and today I have a really big surprise for you and I can't wait to share it with you all. The RV park is now open for business. We've had a lot of videos showing the progress on that. I have a lot of guests coming here and a majority of them are subscribers just like you looking for land, unrestricted land to place an RV on. You know, maybe build a RV park like I've done here with Harmony Ridge, or maybe they want to, you know, build a smaller version of this, which I'm calling a micro RV park. I've never heard that term before, so I'm gonna maybe be the pioneer and calling it a micro RV park. I define a micro RV park as a person coming here, buying a large tract of land, and then they want to put 1, 2, maybe 3 RV sites. One for themselves and then an extra 1 or 2 for family and friends that come to visit. They really have no interest in renting it out, you know, out on the internet, and you know, they want to make it their own hideaway. So most of the potential buyers of lots out here in Tennessee are looking for that micro RV park, and we're going to talk about that today. Many of my guests come here for an RV site and the first thing they want to do is pick my brain around a campfire. And I love doing that. I love helping people. And I want to take that to the next step. So therein lies the surprise. In Tennessee, in order to actually, you know, do a transaction for real estate, it requires a Tennessee real estate license. Therein lies the surprise. I decided to bring in a Tennessee licensed real estate broker to the staff of the RV park builder. So this real estate broker has been licensed in Wisconsin for 14 years and is now licensed in Tennessee. And this is a great addition to our staff. This broker not only knows the Woodlands at Buffalo River very well, he's actually a lot owner here. He's very familiar with the RV-centric parks on the Kentucky Lake and, you know, the RV offerings down there and all the other building that's going around in the area. So he's going to be a great help to helping our guests find the perfect property in the Tennessee forest. We are very excited to have him on our staff, especially to take over some of my workload. Without further ado, let me introduce Troy Rindy, Wisconsin, Tennessee licensed broker with Lake Homes Realty, here to serve you. Thank you, Comet Troy. I am so glad to be here. I've been watching your videos since you started. I've watched every one of them multiple times, and I just really love the work you're doing here, and I'm really looking forward to helping your subscribers and your viewers. So Troy, I have a few questions for you. Let's get right to the chase. You know, we're here in the Woodlands. That's where most of the interest is, the Woodlands at Buffalo River. What do you see from a real estate perspective? You know, what's happening here in the Woodlands? Can you give us the 10,000 foot view on that? At a very high level, the initial developer came in, developed the 5,500 acres, split them out into 270 lots, and they sold out. All those lots sold out last year, and then they left the area, moved on to their next opportunity. And then what we're seeing now is the secondary sales of some of those lots. Some of those lot owners are now, you know, putting their lots up for sale with a licensed real estate agent or broker such as myself. Well, this is a new subdivision. They just purchased their lot. Why are they selling so soon? Did they see a bear or something? Ha ha, the bear. That's a bit of an inside joke, Comet Troy. We were told that we were supposed to have bear-proof garbage cans in our subdivision, and no one has ever seen, heard, or seen every evidence of a bear being here. But for some reason, we're supposed to have bear-proof garbage cans, so I don't think that's it. Too funny. I think you're right on that one. To answer your question, we have flippers that are looking to turn their property, but mostly the sellers that I've talked to are selling because of a change in life circumstances. That can be, you know, medical issues, that could be job loss, that could be divorce, you know, whatnot. It could be a number of reasons. You know, life happens. People end up selling their property, not only in the Woodlands, but anywhere in the world. I mean, that's just a fact of life. What I will tell you is I have not heard a single person saying they're selling because of the community, the area, the location, you know, the woods and the people. So everyone seems to be pretty happy, you know, that is here. I've driven around the subdivision. Harmony Ridge RV Park is here. I live here. I see an awful lot of for sale signs as I drive around. What do you make of this? Can you put it in perspective for us? Think of it this way. The Woodlands of Buffalo River is 270 lots, 270 lot owners, and we currently have 23 lots for sale. So if you do the math, that's only 8.5% of owners that are selling. If you flip the numbers, that's 247 lot owners that are not selling. I am guessing they fall on a spectrum from content to extremely happy with their lot purchase. Can you tell us how many acres the lots are around here and what the typical pricing is? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to give specifics on 6 lots that are currently for sale in the Woodlands of Buffalo River that I currently have listed. Now keep in mind that this isn't all I have to offer. I can, as a licensed Tennessee broker, you know, I can find you the perfect lot, you know, anywhere in Tennessee. So these 6 are just a sampling of, you know, what you'll be able to find here in Middle Tennessee. Great. Is there anything that our subscribers or viewers should know about buying land here in Tennessee, especially or specifically in the Woodlands of Buffalo River and some of the other similar subdivisions around in the area? For sure, buying a lot here in Middle Tennessee is not like buying a residential lot in suburbia, and it's not like buying farmland. This is a completely different animal. Very interesting. I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't wait to hear the differences between buying a lot in suburbia and buying farmland. I'm not going to, you know, talk about the standard real estate stuff that's basic. I'm going to talk about 4 specific things that apply to this area of Tennessee, and if you're buying a wooded lot in Middle Tennessee, or specifically the Woodlands at Buffalo River. And I'll talk more about them in a bit, but the 4 items are, number 1 is cost per acre. Number 2 is roads and infrastructure and how to get to your property. Number 3, we're going to talk about utilities. And then lastly, we're going to talk about real estate taxes. That sounds like a great list of topics. I can't wait to get through them so we can see some of the lots. That's what I really want to see. I want to see what's for sale in that area, how much, how many acres. Let's get to it. How about a compromise? How about I show you a lot, we'll talk about item number 1 on the list, and then I'll show you the second lot, we'll talk about item number 2 on the list, repeat, so on and so forth. I love that idea. Let's get to the first lot then. I can't wait. Sounds good. All right, great. I have 6 listings to go through. I'm going to start with them from highest to lowest. Generally highest cost or largest acreage. I'm not really sure what. I got my notes here so I make sure I say them right. Down to the most you know, budget-friendly properties that we have, and it's a pretty good range that will show you kind of what's available in this subdivision and the subdivisions around here for heavily wooded larger tracts of land. If you have any questions or want any more information, all my contact information is down in the description, along with information on these 6 specific lots. Let's get to the good stuff. I want to see some lots. Let's get to it already. Send it. Let's go. Okay, the first tract I want to preview is lot 127. This lot is right on Old Holenwell Road. It's a you know, public road or a government maintained road. It is 6004 Old Holenwell Road is the address. It's a 24 acre parcel. It has a build is actually, this lot has started to be improved. It has a build site right on the road for a 4-bedroom house or barn dominium or whatnot, with a large parking area in front of it. And there is a septic permit, not a septic system or tank. It's a permit for a 4-bedroom septic system that would have to be installed. That comes with it. That's a $500 savings right there. And let's see what else. The electricity will be an easy swing. There's a utility pole right by the build pad. Of course, you'd have to, you know, put up the building and have the electric there. And, you know, you'll have to install your septic system and a well. But wait, there's more. This property goes way back into the woods, and there is a shed back there. A shed has already been constructed. There's another build site back there, and a second septic permit. And this septic permit is for, again, for a 4-bedroom system. The seller set that up as for twin 2-bedroom cabins. And I think he might have been intending to maybe rent them out, put them on VRBO. Rentals are allowed. So there's a 2-bedroom cabin septic system. Again, a permit, not the whole system that comes with this property. And, you know, potentially you could earn some rental income to help pay for this lot. This is a real nice property. It's 24 acres, and it's currently listed for $229,900. Let's talk about number one, price per acre. A lot of people like to gauge property by looking at price per acre, and that is fine if you're looking for a lot in suburbia or you're looking for farmland. That doesn't really apply so much to here. It's still an important metric, but it's not the most important metric when buying a lot in Tennessee. What's more important is buildable space. So all of our properties out here consist of ridges and hollers. And typically what you're doing is you're buying a ridge. You're buying a ridge top, and it's got hollers around the side of it. A holler, if you don't know, that's what they call valleys in Tennessee. They're the low areas between ridges. So if you buy like a 5-acre parcel here, you'll probably get maybe a half to an acre of buildable property, and nothing out here is flat. So you're not going to find a perfect flat spot to build a house. It's all going to be a gentle grade. You're going to do some dirt work, and you're going to have to make a build pad, you know, that's, you know, higher on one side, lower on the other side. I kind of liken it to a medieval castle out here. So I build my house on top of a hill or a ridge, and then I have a moat all the way around the side. You know, like medieval days, they had alligators and stuff in there. I liken the hollers to the moat, and what it does is it gives you isolation from your neighbors. You don't have to worry about a neighbor building on top of you, and it gives you space, some isolation as well. I will say, in general, as the number of acres goes up, the price per acre goes down. I'm on site at lot 38. This is the next lot we're going to talk about or show. I'm actually on site here, boots on the ground. This is, of my 6 listings, this is the only one that has RV hookups already. There's 3 RV sites here. Actually, I should say there's 2 RV sites and a cabin site over there that has 100 amp electricity over it. It was intended to bring a cabin or a mini on site and have plenty of power there, but it could be converted into just an RV site. All you really need to do is put in an RV outlet with 20, 30, and 50 amp outlet. It's got a well on here, it's got septic, it's 15 acres, it's Greenbelt ready, and it's on a private road, and it's got a beautiful view of the sunset. You can see the sunset right over there through the trees. So if you're looking for a lot where you can just plug in, you and a couple of your close friends, this is what I call one of them micro RV parks. So you just plug in, bring your RV. The owners are actually here right now, staying in their RV, and no, the RV's not included in the price of $199.5. Quite, that's a pretty good deal for 15 acres. And you have, the septic back there, you got water, you got plenty of electricity, and you also have fiber available at the road. The owners are currently using Starlink, so Starlink works out here, but to run fiber, it's just a matter of, running it down the conduit at the road back into the property. So this one's not gonna stick around long. A lot of the buyers that I get contacting me, want the hookups already in place, so they got you covered with this lot. If you do want to buy a lot that's unimproved, I can help you, get the hookups there after the sale as well. Got it. What's next on your list? All right, item number 2 is roads. We have 2 types of roads in our subdivision. We have paved roads that are maintained by the county, and then we have private roads that were created by the developer. If you're on a private road, there's a $1,000 a year maintenance fee that goes to support and maintain those roads. And I actually support this. I think it's good to have a plan in place to maintain these roads rather than leaving it up to the owners. I'm confused on the road maintenance fees. When I hear the word fee, I think it's something I don't want. Can you explain to me why road maintenance fees are a good thing? I'm really confused. I've seen the alternative firsthand. My dad lives up in Wisconsin on a private road. They have 6 landowners there. They didn't have a road maintenance agreement set up ahead of time. And it's a multi-year long battle of who's going to pay for the private road maintenance now that everybody's bought. The landowners want to contribute, $50 or $100 a year thinking that's going to cover road maintenance, and it's just not going to cut it. So I support having a road maintenance set up so everybody knows up front, what they're going to contribute and what they're going to get out of that. I really think that's the way to go. I get it. So if the developer doesn't think about the private road maintenance and how that's going to be accomplished now and in the future, that can really turn into a big mess after the fact. I get it. I do recommend, if you're subject to a road maintenance agreement, that you do run that past your attorney. I'm a real estate agent. I'm not allowed to practice law, so I really suggest you do your due diligence if you decide to purchase a land on a private road that has road maintenance on it. Here we are on lot 87. This lot is right on Old Hohenwell Road. It's a paved county road. It might be a state highway, I'm not sure if Old Hollingwell is state or county, but it's a government maintained road. This lot is 21.8 acres, and the thing I love about this lot is it's kind of divided down the middle. You have a nice ridge over here on the east side of the property, and over on this side there's a nice holler for ATV, UTV trails. And one of the beautiful things about this lot is there's lots of buildable there's lots of buildable land here. You got the utility pole right over there, and I actually walked back way back in there 600 feet, and there's just tons of space there for lots of options, lots of flexibility. You got a real nice build area here by the road. There's more build area back there. You got the holler. This lot is a steal for just under $175. So that this lot doesn't have city. This lot you'll have to put in a well and septic, but there's no road maintenance because you're on a public road. What's next? Okay, number 3 is utilities. Now I'm not talking about electric and internet. All the lots out here have that available at the road. What I'm talking about here is water and gas. Phase 1 of our subdivision, the first few lots, they were built on the west end of our subdivision, close to Linden, and they all have water and gas, natural gas available at the road. The lots after phase 1, there was 8 phases here in the Woodlands, do not have city water and natural gas, which isn't a big deal. A lot of people don't want city water anyway. And as far as natural gas goes, the alternative there is get one of them, big, long propane tanks and have it filled up every once in a while. So there's options even if you don't have city water and natural gas. Is there a downside to having city water? Well, Troy, I wouldn't exactly call it a downside. There's no downside if you have water. Water is a necessity of life. I will say that there are some, different preferences when it comes to water, and I'm going to spell those out. The first is cost. So, obviously to put a well in is, costly. And where if you have city water, you have a monthly bill. You could also argue that even if you have a well, you got to pay for electricity to pump that water out of the ground. So you technically do have a monthly bill with a well as well. Hey, that was a cool pun. Pun not intended. Anyway, so, having city water, the way I like to look at it is it kind of spreads out that well cost, over a number of years, and you're just paying it monthly in the form of a water bill. So that's one of the, the preferences there. And, some cases where a lot owner has the availability of both and the municipality allows it, sometimes a lot owner will do both, to take advantage of, both of the advantages. The second thing is availability. So a well is more self-sufficient. If you're an off-the-grid prepper, end-of-the-world type of person, you don't have to depend on a city utility to pump water. You have your own well. If you have electricity for it or a way to pump it out, you can be more self-sufficient with a well. And then the last thing I'd like to draw, preferences between the two is treatment of the water. If you have city water or, you have a government municipality pumping you water, it's run through a filtering process. It's typically chlorinated, and some people want that. And then the other side of that is if you have a well, you're responsible for your own treatment and filtering and chlorination, if you will. But at least you have a choice if you have your own well. Not everybody wants, chlorine in their water. So, it really is an individual choice of which way you want to go, whether you want to go with a well or city water. And some, a lot of times, a lot of lots, you don't have a lot of lots. There's that pun again. A lot of lots, you don't have a choice. So out here in the Woodlands, the early lots in phase 1 have city water available. Of course, you can put your own well in if you want to instead. but most of the lots here after phase 1 do not have city water available. So that's the skinny on the water. You mentioned distance to utilities as a factor. What's the deal there? As far as the utilities, it's simple economics. If you build further off the road, you have more expense for tree clearing, making driveways, running electrical, running water, and all of that. All right, this next lot is lot 83. This is a 12-acre parcel, 12-acre tract, and talk about privacy. This, if you're looking for privacy, this is a lot for you. The driveway comes in at the end of a cul-de-sac up there, and then a dog legs to the right comes down this path here. The driveway's already in, you know, the gravel, the chert. This lot has actually been staked for electric, but never installed. So there's the location of one of the electrical poles, and up there at the top of the dog leg is one. I'm standing here in what would be the RV pad for, you know, maybe 1 or 2 RV sites. You can maybe even get 3 in here, it'd be pretty tight. But then you also have a whole bunch of area back there that you can expand if you wanted to build a barn door or a shed. And this lot is, you know, you would need to put in a well and septic. Septic would probably most likely go back there somewhere. But if you want privacy, this is a lot for you. This is a 12-acre tract on a private road, and you can be the owner of this lot for $139. I think it's $139 even. Might be some change on the end of that, but it's around just under the 140 mark. So 12-acre tract. I love the privacy of this lot. You cannot see another neighbor, a road, anything from here. And to the last item on your list. All right, the last item on the list is property taxes. Most property in America and around the world, they have taxes on their property, and Tennessee is no different. I'm not necessarily going to get into that per se, but I do want to talk about what Tennessee has. This is for the whole state of Tennessee. It's called Greenbelt, and that's the short term, the short name. The official name of it is, let me look at my notes. It's officially called the Agriculture, Forest, and Open Space Land Act of 1976. So what that is an incentive from the state of Tennessee to keep forest land, well, forested, you know, or keep it as a forest. So they give tax incentives for that. It's called Greenbelt. You have to have over 15 acres of wooded land, and you can designate it as Greenbelt, and it gives you some tax deductions on your real estate taxes every year. Yeah, I've heard about those tax discounts before. What do? Give you 20 bucks off? Is it a big discount? Can you tell me a little bit more about that? I don't remember exactly how it's calculated, but I can tell you that the discount is significant. The main point here is I know that in order to qualify, you have to have at least 15 acres. And just because you have 15 acres doesn't mean you automatically qualify. You still have to come with forestry plans, and there's other requirements that you have to do. And the other thing is there's a 3-year reclamation period. So if you sell your property and it's under Greenbelt, you could have to pay back some of that savings over the last 3 years. All All right, the last two lots I want to talk about have a lot in common. Number one, they're both 5 acres, which is the minimum lot size here in the Woodlands and the most, budget friendly. They're both have perpendicular ridges from the road. So what that means is there's they start at the road and they come in and they gently slope towards the back, and you can have a build site, anywhere from the road all the way back. And this one is no different. Let's see. They also have no haggle pricing. I've talked to both of these sellers, and we've set the price right on these properties. It's not a thing where we're gonna, price them high, and if we don't catch a fish, we're gonna lower them later. We've set these prices exactly priced to sell. So no haggle pricing, we call that. Even though we call it no haggle pricing, in real estate everything is negotiable. But all offers will be considered. One of them has city water and natural gas, and the other one you have to put in a well and a septic. But other than that, they're pretty similar lots. So here we are on lot 22 on McGee Road. I'm probably, probably 400 or 500 feet from the road up there. And this is gently sloping. This is a beautiful ridge. And it continues on behind me another, I guess probably 150, 200 feet further. You have lots of build area here. You could put a septic down there, put the house about where I'm standing, and driveway, you could move it up closer to the road. Lots of options with this property. This is 5 acres. And the best part about this lot is you'll be my neighbor. That could be a bad thing though. This is lot 22. Harmony Ridge RV Park is actually lot 24. So you're actually would be 2 doors down from me. And then the RV Lifestyle, the Wendlands are on the other side of me. So this could be Celebrity Row. How cool would that be? And we've set no haggle pricing at 105, $105,000 for this lot, and it really is a remarkable, beautiful lot with city utilities, lots of flexibility. This one's not going to last long. Last but not least is lot 95. This is a 5-acre tract on a private road, and it's actually the most budget-friendly lot in the Woodlands right now, priced at $79,900. I think this one's going to go fast. It's a good entry point to get into the woodlands, get into the community, and it's on a private road. One of the things about this lot that I really love that makes it really unique is it's got a perpendicular ridge off of the road like all the other lots out here, or most of the other lots, but this one goes all the way down gently to the holler, to the heart of the holler. Most of the ridges that go perpendicular off of the road, you know, gently go down towards the holler, and then they get close to the holler, and then just it's a steep drop off. It's hard to walk down there. This one you can actually you know, walk and drive all the way down. It's got some beautiful areas to build. I think this lot has lots of flexibility for your build plans. And I did walk one area. There's a utility pole kind of right at the middle of it. I did walk down from that. I think it was about 120 yards, 360 feet or so. And it looked to me like that would be a good place for a build site. But you know, you have to check it out yourself. So a really good value. This one is priced at $79,900, and I'm almost certain this is going to go fast. In fact, after this video hits YouTube or Facebook or wherever I'm posting it, I think all these lots are going to go fast. I love this. There's a lot for everyone's price range and budget, starting from $80,000 for 5 acres up to $230,000 for 24 acres. Yes, there are other lots available in the woodlands. There's 23 for sale. I have 6 of them listed. I just told you about those. There's lots of other subdivisions, lots of other opportunities. I even have a bunch that I can show you that are on Kentucky Lake, the Tennessee River, some of them dockable. But as far as the woodlands here at Buffalo River, I already told you about the most budget-friendly lot. Let's see here, our largest tract that's for sale in the woodlands is currently 62 acres. And it's currently listed for is listed for $269,900, and it's on a private road. And the other, the most expensive one, if you want to call it that, or highest price, or probably the best dollar per acre, or however you want to gauge it, is listed for $339,900. I guess that would probably make it the highest priced one, for 45 acres. And the reason why this one is a higher price is because it has a 14 by 46 or 14 by 48 foot off-grid manufactured home on it. So that that is a lot that includes, you know, land and, you know, a nice building on it. So you'll have to check that out. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm going to have to go and see what it looks like. Now, Troy, I notice you work for Lake Homes Realty. I'm confused about the lake part. Are these lots on a lake? What's the deal? It's funny you noticed that and asked. The woodlands at Buffalo River is what we call off lake. And we have, it's all ridge tops and hollers. There's really no chance of flooding here. And I do have similar but much smaller RV lots on the lake. So those lots are measured in square footage, where the lots out here in the woodlands are measured in acres. So it just depends upon if you're looking to spread out and have more acreage, or whether you're looking for lake living. So we do have a lot of you know, lake lots available for RVing as well. That's good to know. Is the woodlands at Buffalo River the only off-lake subdivision you deal with? Now, I currently live in the woodlands at Buffalo River, so that's the one I'm personally most familiar with. But the same developer has developed another subdivision in Hornwall called Reserve at High Forest, and there's Paris Landing that they're working on right now. There's some other private subdivisions in Hurricane Creek area and around here. So again, you know, I have access to the MLS. I can find you anything in the state of Tennessee. Wow, I'm super impressed. You really offer a lot. You bring a lot to the table. How can our subscribers and viewers get in contact with you? The best way to reach out to me is go to www.comet.community. It's a landing page I created with a bunch of things you can click on. So click on I want to buy, you know, lake property or forest or cabin, and then that will take you to a survey form where I get your name and address and phone number. And what that does is it just puts you on my to-do list to call, so you don't fall under, you know, in the cracks. That's the best way to contact me. You can also send me a text. You can call me at 931-218-6350. So many phone numbers to remember. I just had to recall that one from my brain. I'm getting older. The memory is the first thing to go, you know. So again, that number is 931-218-6350. Text, phone, and you can also send me an email at troy.rindy@rindyrealty.com. And all my contact information is down below in the description, and information on all these listings is also down below in the description. So check there for more information. Well, that was very informative, Troy. I don't know how you do it. You must never sleep. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, ask a question, and I will see you in the next video.